Welcome back everyone, my name's Lee from Lever's Kitchen. Today we're going to do some meal prep. So today we're going to do some meal prep. So meat is probably my most expense at the supermarkets apart from vegetables. I tend to do meat and free veg for most of my meals at home. So today I thought we'd do some chicken miglion. So chicken miglion is when you wrap your fried chicken up in bacon and put garlic butter on top of that. So we're going to do that one. And then also I've got some chicken breasts here. Now at Aldi they have a prosciutto wrapped chicken breast with sun-dried tomato sauce in it. And I thought I'm going to try and make those. I'm just going to wing it, but we'll see how it goes. So first we're going to make the prosciutto wrapped chicken breast with sun-dried tomato sauce. Now, I've looked at a few recipes and I think I'm just going to wing this. I'm just going to use recipes, ingredients that I have in my fridge, and we're going to go from there, okay? So for the recipe, you're going to need some chicken breasts. We're going to need some cream cheese. A lot of the other recipes have goat cheese and everything. I'm not a fan of goat cheese, so I'm just using cream cheese. Now I've got some sun-dried tomatoes. Now I've also got some fire roasted peppers, so I'm going to put one of those into the mixture as well. And then I have some serrano ham there and also some thyme. And I think I'll probably get maybe 8 servings out of this. All right, so first we're going to make the sauce that's actually going to go into it. So I'm going to use my little blender here to make it. So all we're going to do is grab our cream cheese, and I'm just going to use the full tub here. And then we're going to add some sun-dried tomatoes. So these are in strips. I'm just going to put maybe a couple of spoonfuls of these. And I think that should do. And then I've got some fire roasted peppers here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put one of these into it as well. Sun-dried tomatoes can be a little bit one-dimensional and don't actually give a huge amount of flavour when they're just in there by itself. So I'm just going to put just one of these in there. Maybe a second one. And then let's put some salt and pepper in there. And then also I think some thyme will actually go really good in it as well. Get a small tweak of that. All right, and let's blend that up. So I've blended it a few times. You might need to actually scrape it down a few times. Let's give it a go. The sun-dried tomato is definitely there and everything. I'm just going to add a little bit more salt and pepper. Give it one more blitz. All right, so we're going to put that into the refrigerator and just let that chill while we're preparing the chicken. All right, so now we're going to prepare the chicken. So these chicken breasts are huge. If they were smaller chicken breasts, I would probably just leave them as is, but these are monsters. So I'm actually going to slice them in half before we actually go and wrap them up. So all I'm going to do is grab these chicken breasts and I'm just going to grab a knife and just go straight through the middle there. like so. All right, so now we've sliced up the chicken. We're going to put a dollop of the sauce that we made, and then we're going to add a little bit of thyme. So I've got some fresh thyme here, and then we're going to wrap it in prosciutto. Now, when I went to the supermarket, I actually picked up serrano ham, but I think it'll be just as good. If you can't afford prosciutto, you could also use some bacon as well, which because there's only 6 pieces here of the serrano ham, I'm going to use bacon on 2 of them just to change things up anyway. So really easy. What we're going to do is just put a dollop of this sun-dried tomato and cream cheese sauce in it, and then we're going to put a couple of sprigs of thyme in there. Now we're going to grab our serrano ham or prosciutto, whatever you're using, and just wrap that around. That's it. Pretty easy, and it's a good way to change up your meals for when you're having dinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish them all up, and then we're going to bag them up for freezing. All right, so I've got some Ziploc bags, and I've just put the date on today, so you can see when I just filmed this. And we're going to put 2 per bag, because I like to actually cook more than 1 meal at a time, just so that I'm not cooking every single day. So I'm going to put 2 per bag, and then we're going to get them ready for the freezer. All right, so those are done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the air out, seal them up, and put them into the freezer. And then when I go to use them, I'll pull them out the night before, let them defrost, and then I'll put them into a baking dish and cook them about 170 degrees for about 25-30 minutes until the chicken's cooked. If you had Pyrex dishes or the foil baking trays, the disposable ones, they'll make life a lot easier. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those, so I'm just going to deal with using the Ziploc bags. All right, so that's that one done. And then we're going to move on to the chicken miglions. All right, so now we're going to make the chicken miglion. So I've already done a video on this before, but I'm going to make them today, so I thought I'd just film it anyway. So we've got a packet of fried chicken fillets, and I prefer using fried chicken with this. You could use chicken breast as well. You might need to slice it in half, so you've got like a nice round of it. Okay, so we've got 8 in there, so we're going to make 8 of them. You're also going to need some bacon. So I buy the budget bacon. It's not the prettiest, but it all tastes the same. So that's what I'm going to use today. Then I've also got some unsalted room temperature butter. Then I've got a clove of garlic here, which we're going to grate in. And then we've got some salt and pepper. That is it. Pretty easy. The only other thing you're going to need is some kitchen twine or some toothpicks to keep the bacon all together. So the first thing we're going to do is make the garlic butter. So really easy. The last time I made them, I used garlic butter from the supermarket, and it was pretty average actually, because you couldn't really taste the actual garlic butter. So I'm going to make my own, and I'm going to put heaps of garlic in it because I love garlic. And then I just got one of these mini graters, got from Kmart, $1.75, pretty cheap. And we're going to grate that into the butter. So the butter's been sitting in that for a couple of hours, so it's nice and soft, so we should be able to just mix it all together. All right, and then we're just going to put some salt and pepper. You could use salted butter as well, but I just use unsalted butter for everything. And then we're going to use a fork to just mix it all together. And this is about 100 grams worth of butter. Let's put it aside and we'll get the rest ready. All right, so now I'm going to organize the bacon. So it's a matter of getting some nice long pieces to wrap around your chicken. So I'm just going to pick through it and get the best ones out of it. All right, so now we've got the bacon all organized. Now we're going to wrap up the chicken thighs with the bacon, and then we'll secure it with the kitchen twine. And this fat or anything like that, I like to leave it on. Gives it more flavor. But you can trim it off if you really want to. And then we're just going to roll up our chicken breast in it. Like so. Now, unfortunately, because I'm using the budget bacon, it's not the sexiest. Please excuse the noise in the background. It's just started raining here today. It's been a warm 29 degrees today, and the rain has just taken over now. All right, and we'll just use the kitchen twine just to secure that in place, like so. All right, now we've got them wrapped up the best we could. As I said, if you're using the budget bacon, it's going to be a little bit harder, but I know it's just going to taste as good anyway. So once we've got them wrapped up, we're going to put them into the Ziploc bags, and then we're going to put the garlic butter on top of them. I just think it'd be a lot easier that way when we're putting them into the bags. So now what I'm going to do is spoon a teaspoon of the garlic butter on top, and then we're going to take the air out, and then we're going to freeze them. And when we go to use them, so as I said, night before, pull them out, put them in your fridge, let them defrost, and then once they're defrosted, put them in the oven on an oven tray or a baking dish, and cook them at about 170 for about 25 to 30 minutes. Now, something as well, bacon has a thing with chicken, and you'll see the chicken sometimes comes out a little pink, so don't be alarmed when you go to serve it up and it's a little bit pink. Take temperature. If it's over 70 degrees, you're fine. So I hope this helps with your meal prep and gives you some inspiration on different things that you can also do. Don't forget to like the video if you loved it, and don't forget to subscribe if you liked what you saw. Hope to see you soon.